Hello, lovelies. It's your girl JK. I'm so happy, excited tonight, guys. I'm here with an amazing, fantastic guest, and that is Oris. Oris is a star actor in Aura, the movie, right? And this is brought to you from Inside Nollywood, powered by AFRIF. AFRIF is the African International Film Festival that is ongoing, and trust me, amazing, amazing content and coming from here. And this is the Nigerian movie industry. Hello, good evening.
And
Good to
thank
have you here.
thank you for having me.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about your background. I want to know where you had your education and all that.
Wow, I love all that. So, real quick, I was born in England. I spent the rest of my 5 years to 14 in Nigeria as a kid. At 15, I went back to London, then onto the States, where my career, 30 years and going.
30 years and going.
Decades, I can say, yes.
Okay, I didn't tell you guys. This fantastic man is an actor and movie producer. So you should know that what he's saying is true. Okay, so tell us what inspired you, to even go into the movie industry in the first place, especially Nollywood.
It was music. I had passion with music. I dabbled in hip hop, break dancing, that whole territory, in its infancy stage, right? So, but drama. I always had an affinity for drama, filmmaking, and politics. So I wasn't quite sure until when I moved to New York at 16, 17, that changed, if that makes any sense. And yeah, I went into fashion, modeling, TV commercials, and from there made that quick transition into a TV series, The Adventures of Sinbad. So that was in 94, 95. Yeah. Fast forward 94, from transition from fashion, doing the whole Milan, Paris, the triangle, the fashion triangle in New York. That's where I transitioned into my first TV series as an actor. It's a great learning experience. I mean, when you have that episodic TV series, day in, day out, that's an actor's dream. Yeah, you learn. It's like a school, right? You get to be hands-on with the whole concept of what it is to be an actor, and that really helped me propel into films. Then I went on to Highlander 4, Endgame, with the likes of Donnie Yen, who you guys see in John Wick, and went into Black Mass. From there, went into Sometimes in April with Raoul Peck. Yeah, it's about the whole Rwanda genocide, and that really established me as what the industry insiders would consider a bona fide actor, because that's where the work, having to do these type of biopics and true stories just changed everything. And as the stars would have it, I've never looked back.
And we in Nollywood, we are glad that you never looked back. Okay, so we're here for the African International Film Festival. You are here for that as well. Your movie, Aura, was the opening film for Africa International Film Festival this year, 2023. How do you feel about that?
First of all, it hit one of the biggest festivals in Europe outside, no, so in the West, which was Toronto. TIFF was amazing. People were like, wow. It was my second film in TIFF. My first film was with Raoul Peck, Moloch Tropical. Then this Aura was in TIFF, which was, we felt we needed to see it on the international stage, but something was missing. So when this came along, it solidified the film, especially, thanks to, the response and the people at AFRIF. The response was different. People were more engaged, and not only that, it was like coming home when they say, "Yo, your film is gonna, the film you're in is going to be part. It's going to be the opening film for TIFF. For Afrif, it's going to be the opening film for Afrif. I think there was excitement and there was a feeling of wow, we get to go home with our film, because all of us, I would say 95% of cast were Nigerians. Diasporans, some of us, of course, like myself, who grew up here, who know the terrain and has been in and out of Nigeria. So it was like coming home. So it's funny because it was November last year we were shooting it, and this time November this year we were giving the Africa and the Middle East, one of the biggest, of course, Africa, Middle East, South America here. So Africa is like our Cannes, it's like our Benin Island, it's like our Venice, it's like our Sundance all in one. And for me as someone, as an artist, as an actor, and a filmmaker and a producer, it's the most beautiful gift and a way to end the year and to begin the cycle. Your home. This is your home. This is your living room. And if your people, if you can't display that to your people, it's not really complete, is it? You know what I mean? No, nobody cares what you do outside, but if you can't win your people. And so it was just an amazing response. It was like wow, it was the most beautiful response, and I really thank Afrif for giving us that fantastic opportunity to open the festival and to give that drive. I just even everyone from the Lagos, the government, the governor of Lagos, everybody just had something to say. I just got back from the American Embassy where they were hosting us, and I have to say it's just everyone's talking about it, and that to me is amazing, because it's not just Africa and the people talking about it here, but people are also talking about it outside. What happened in Africa within 24 hours? I was getting calls from Europe. That's crazy, right? I was getting calls from Europe, like like what's going on over there? I'm like, hell, well, we had this film, like, man, they're like, what kind of movie is this? What the hell is everybody talking about? Like, look, man, it's a good movie. What do you want me to say? You want me to say the whole, it's an ensemble cast. Oyin, the lead, she was just phenomenal. She knocked it out. She's one of the finest, Nigerian actresses out there, amongst many other great actresses I've ever worked. But she, this has been a year where I worked with nothing but the finest of actresses. Coming off a Sunday affair on Valentine's Day, and #1 in almost 35 to 40 countries. Then ending the year with this. Hey man, hallelujah! I'm grateful. So yeah, to answer your question, I think it was one of the greatest response, and I'm very happy. And it's my second film in Afrif. So my first film in Afrif was Roti Yesterday, which went straight to Netflix, and boom, and opened the doors to many other films. Whether people want to,
this is another one.
What I mean? It's huge. I mean, it's Genevieve, man. That's family. That's my sister. Bless her. Then this one. It's like it's double, right? It's like wow. And then the 12th anniversary, considering Afrif went through quite a lot, and like most other film festivals, the COVID came, really broke everybody down, and to see it rise up to be what it is, thanks to Chi, she's a phenomenal, she's amazing, she's tenacious, man, and very ambitious, and she stood her ground, and she just, so it's an emotional response and experience, not just so much because we had Aura, but just to see how excited, how people were just embracing the film, the love from the people, doing it for so long, and to get that kind of response, to be part of something like this, you just like wow. And our director, Lonzo Nweke, he's just an awesome director, writer. And he is that guy. He is that Scorsese. He's Francis Ford Coppola, and I dare say it. We're not done yet. I mean, but what this film Afrif has done for us is like, thank you. You guys are you've been
You're doing well.
You're doing well. It's like we got blessed by our people. And the rest of Africa, we got blessed. Everybody is like, and what's funny is not only the people, but filmmakers are like, really congratulating us, thanking us. It's like, what the hell? What do we want, an Oscar or something? You know. So for me, it's amazing. You know what I mean? So I'm happy, and the fact that it's relevant, to be relevant after 30 years, to be relevant today. You gotta go. You know what, man? I'm grateful. I'm proud of myself. Yeah, but yes, you know, I'm proud of the team. I'm proud of the cast, and you know, again, I'm just a fraction of the film, but I have to give all praise and all thanks to Lonzo Nweke, you know, for really driving this film. He fought really, really hard to do this film. It was very important for him to tell this story, to encapsulate the things that the heart and, you know, to encapsulate the heart and the soul of people of Nigeria. I thought that was beautiful. Yeah.
I agree with you. You came all the way from London.
Yes, I did.
To attend Afrif.
Yeah.
And what would you say was the most challenging part of making the movie Aura?
It was shot in 2 continents, right? So it was shot in Canada, then it was shot here in Lagos. To have a film shot in both sides of the world, the logistics of it is not that easy.
It's not cheap.
It's not cheap neither, right? And even when you have the money, you still have to be careful how that money is spent.
True.
So, because I don't always look at things from an actor's perspective, I also look at things from a logistic and from a producer's perspective, because that's my world. Every aspect of it, absolutely. You know, the wardrobe, the tone, you know, and your ability to carry out the task changes from moment to moment. Now, okay, we just shot this in the cold with jackets, and all of a sudden, boom, we're in Africa, and shooting in 2 continents. That's not easy. So yeah.
So what would you like to say to the organizers of Afrif?
I have to say to keep going. You're doing a fantastic job. You are our Bernanale. You are our Venice. You are everything. You know. You are our Cannes. You are Toronto. You are all in one. And I'm really going to. It's a 2.0. It's just one of those festivals that, you know, the global. It's going to be that festival that, first of all, I know it's one of those festivals that I fit in, and anything most of us who have been in from the beginning will always fit in, because it's one of those festivals that appreciate those that were with them in the beginning, and it teaches the world the fact that Netflix and Paramount and all these people are stepping in and coming in. It speaks for itself. I mean, my goodness, Black Book recently was just #1 across the globe, a Sunday affair, #1, literally, right? So when you think about it, it's gone from leaps and bounds, and it's just growing. It's a train that's just moving, and nothing's gonna stop it. It's gonna be. What's funny? It's gonna be on Nollywood. I told someone the other day, I said, you can't use that term anymore. That's illegal. And they were laughing. They go, what do you mean? I said, because it's international. You know, everyone likes it from around the world. Everyone. I speak to more foreign people that watch Nollywood than my own people.
Wow.
Yeah. I speak to more people. They go nuts. They love it. Yeah, we have the global, the talent. We're running things. With all due respect, you know, don't get me wrong. We're running things, and you know, it used to be the hardest thing in the world to say, oh, I'm going to Hollywood. Come on. I lived in LA. I lived in the States. You know, I grew up there, but it used to be the hardest thing to say, I'm going to LA. Now it's like, I'm going to Africa. You know, that's what happens when you stick with something.
True.
You know, when consistency. Yeah, and for me, I've seen people come and go, and that's crazy. But the strongest survive. You know, the Coreys, the NC, the Kate. You know what I mean? When you shine, you shine. You know, you can't. There's nothing you can say wrong about my country. You understand? When we have a problem, we deal with it behind closed doors. You know, it doesn't need to be on the streets. You know what I mean? That's all right. You know, if we have problems, we'll go sort them out. We'll go enter one side, talk. I need to talk to you. I beg. Because, you know, people come talk.
No, they do like that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's Africa. You know, we're a tapestry. You know what I mean? I was telling someone the other day, I said, we as actors and we as artists, even you, all of us, you know, the cameraman, we're a therapist. We're a bunch of therapists, because our job is to make people feel good. Our job is to listen with our soul, with our heart. with our craft and make people feel good. And that's something I learned from one of our colleagues, Lucky.
What should we expect from you? We just saw Aura, and everybody cannot rest on the matter of this movie. So, what should we be expecting from you in the nearest future?
Oh, I have to say, just wrapped up a 22 episode of Oris Sanctuary. So it's a web podcast magazine subscription series on Substack. It's called Oris's Sanctuary. 22 episodes. Well, I just launched we just released the first episode of it on the 20th of October. So we have everything from CEOs of company to tech gurus to producers to the likes of it's a surprise, like I said. So yeah, it's a surprise, but it's called Oris Sanctuary. And so we just wrapping up the first season of that. It becomes about you. You're not going to last, and you have to keep the faith. Whatever belief system, really believe in that, because that plays a very essential part as an artist. Because your belief system. So hey, sometimes you may have to get another side job to pursue your dream. Are you willing to sustain the dream? Are you on your way? Exactly. And do you have that wisdom? You know, you have to pray to have that wisdom to understand that this is one of those business that it hits its highs and it hits its low, and it's about also serving. And sometimes you may have to really work extremely hard. It's about hard work and perseverance. The work must be done. There is no shortcuts. You know, we've all seen that. Everybody thought, oh, because Instagram, Facebook, followers, likes, that has nothing.
Get the wrong impression about actors, like their life is easy, it's a beautiful life, it's flashy, just enjoy yourself. They feel like acting is play.
Yeah. You understand? So, you know, many of us have families we have to take care of, kids we have to take care of, bills, and at the same time being present with those around you, not to be in a way where you're so selfish that you literally lost your friends and families because you got the wrong end of it, you know, the way you're going about it. So it's about being humble, really being humble, because yes, everyone's talented, but you need faith and you need a lot of luck, and you have to just breathe and live in the moment and breathe and really live in the moment and give it 150% and be willing to be disappointed, and at the same time, because disappointment sometimes is absolutely good. I've done some stuff that nobody cared about. I thought it was my greatest work. Then all of a sudden, you're just like, okay, what just happened? What's going on? You understand? You have to be willing to understand that these things will happen. It will rain today. It will pour. It will snow. And exactly, it could be sunny. But just be open-minded and learn from the best. Do your best. Learn from the best.